What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And in today's video, we are not going to waste any time because we have 5 full Buckethead packages to unbox, and needless to say, my Buckethead collection is going to look a little different after today because there is a lot of Buckethead stuff here. I'm actually really stoked at the way that this worked out because a lot of the time when I do a Buckethead video, it's only 1 or 2 pieces, and it really doesn't feel like a full video. And I also know that my Buckethead content is not my most successful content on this channel because, let's face it, Buckethead just has a smaller fan base than the other things that I cover, such as Slipknot or Michael Myers. So to be able to knock out a lot of Buckethead goodness in one video for my Buckethead fans feels like the way to go, and it just so happened to work out that all of this stuff arrived around the same time. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. The first thing that we have is going to be probably the most minute out of everything. This is a random little eBay pickup. Nothing too crazy, but when I saw this, I thought that it was really strange, and for the price and buy it now, I figured why not. So I went ahead and placed the order, and I am curious to see this thing in person because it seems very interesting to me. So what we have here is going to be a tagged 86 Caesar, but this is one of those really weird in-between Caesars that looks like an 83. Obviously it has the eye cuts and the mouth cuts of an 86, but sculpturally this is most certainly an 83 Caesar. You can tell by the lips. The crispiness of some of the sculpt there is just a dead giveaway, and I have had one of these in the past. It's just a really weird thing, but like I mentioned, it is tagged. Buckethead did technically use an 86 Caesar, but he is most notably known for using the 83 Caesars, and having another weird in-between version is just a real cool thing. I do have one of these in my Joey collection that I've left blank because it's an 86, but looks like an 83. So when I saw this for $5 plus shipping, I was like, yeah, might as well. And now we have it here, and I think that I'm just going to stick it on a shelf as is in the Buckethead collection. So, first one, nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. Now, let's get on into the good stuff. Alright, so, next up, we have a package that's been slightly damaged by the US Postal Service, and I believe that this is a Facebook Marketplace pickup. So, go ahead and jump on into the package. And I am honestly not sure what this one is because there are a couple Facebook Marketplace pickups here. I do, in fact, know what it is. It is something that we took a look at in the last Buckethead unboxing, and that is going to be the old, crappy Sri Lanka mummy mask. This seems to be about the same as the last copy that I got, maybe in slightly better condition, but I won't really be able to tell until I get it stuffed and reshaped. These Sri Lanka masks are old, very dense, very soft, very melty latex, so you really have to have them stuffed and displayed properly to see exactly what you're looking at. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time going over this since we literally just did an unboxing that was dedicated to this mask and one other mask. There's going to be a lot more detail in that one, but basically Buckethead did use this piece on a blow-up doll up on stage just to kind of like high-five the crowd. Maybe it doubled as a Herbie, I'm not really sure because I don't remember the footage, but I do know that photos exist. And the reason that I got this one actually isn't for my Buckethead collection because I put the last one in my Buckethead collection. The reason that I bought a second copy is because, for anyone that doesn't know, my grandpa used to have some of these in his collection. He had this as well as a Sri Lanka vampire and a Sri Lanka wolf. Now, the vampire and the wolf do still exist and are in my collection. However, this guy rotted away, and it must have rotted so bad that it accidentally got thrown away because I literally cannot find it. So I've been on the hunt for another one to add to my grandpa's mask collection, and this is going to be that mask. So technically a Buckethead score, although this copy will be going to a different little subgenre of my collection. So very cool, very nice, very cheap. Facebook Marketplace has been on it this year in terms of scores, more specifically Buckethead scores. I have found so many Buckethead masks on Marketplace, most of which I don't end up buying because I don't need them, but what I will do is hit up another Buckethead collector that is looking for that mask and say, hey, here it is, 20 bucks. And then everybody wins. So yeah, Marketplace has been the hookup. It's been even more reliable than eBay, which also has a shitload of Buckethead scores on it this season. Moving right along to the third package, we are just knocking these things out. This comes to us from my buddy, Mr. Gather Cole Collectibles. He hit me up on Instagram saying that he was going to be selling this tagged piece which is a semi-rare Buckethead piece that has only come to light here recently. And although I do already have a copy or two, I did not have a tagged one. And when he told me the price that he was trying to get rid of this for, I figured I would be an idiot to not pick it up. So now I'll have this version in my collection, the tagged version, and I will be sending the other version off to a friend of mine who also collects Buckethead, and someone that you'll hear about a little bit later in this episode. So, it looks like there is multiple masks in here. I'll pull this one out first because this is the one that I purchased. And as you can see, it's this old Paper Magic Group Guru mask. I'm not really sure what we're going to be calling this one, but I'm sure that it has a name on the tag, maybe. So, we've got a Paper Magic Group Hairy Disguise Wise Guys mask here. And it doesn't say exactly what it is, but I'm going to call this the Guru mask because it just looks like an old guru, you know? Now this mask isn't too crazy in terms of what it was used for in Buckethead collecting. It is literally only seen in the background of a pretty infamous photo of some other oddballs, but it's still very cool to have in the collection, and a tagged copy is super, super rad. So a huge shout out to Gather Cole Collectibles. Thank you very much, not only for this piece, but for whatever else is in here and for your patronage. Now, let's take a look at what we have in the package that I didn't know was coming. And maybe I did, and maybe I just don't remember, but I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. It's another Buckethead oddball. The Buckethead oddballs are just flowing aplenty. What we have here is the Laughing Baby, which Buckethead can be seen using on New Year's Eve at some concert. He's just doing the Gangnam Style dance with this guy on. And I do already have one of these. They became rare out of nowhere a couple years ago, and now I think that they are reproducing them yet again. So you can see these at various Spirit Halloweens and other little department stores. So hell yeah, nice little bonus. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Gather Cole Collectibles. All right, let's keep going. Let's do this one because I think it's a little more underwhelming than the other package that I have sitting to my side here. And what we have right here is an eBay score. I was tipped off about this piece by Mr. Phil, the Mask Hunter, of course, because when the Mask Hunter finds cool stuff and there are doubles, he tends to hook me up, which I absolutely appreciate. And I'm gonna be honest, this thing is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. When the package showed up, I was like, is there a skateboard deck in there? I'm not sure what's going on. But it turned out that I forgot about this thing, and here it is now. So, what we have here is a very rare toy chainsaw that was used by Buckethead in a recent clip that he released from back in the day. So there's a clip of him as Leatherface on his website, and he is seen using this piece. Buckethead loves his chainsaws. I said Buckethead loves his chainsaws. Buckethead loves his motherfucking chainsaws. And this is definitely going to be a rad piece to add to the collection. It's just obscure and weird, and was definitely one of the things that I was the most excited for when I sat down to shoot this video. So a huge thank you to the Mask Hunter for hooking me up. I definitely cannot wait to get this thing on my shelf. I am just running out of room over here, but that's okay because we have one more package left, and I think that this is going to be the creme de la creme of this episode. What we have here is a very rare piece, not only for Buckethead collectors, but for toy collectors and Leatherface collectors as well. If you are into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Buckethead or just horror toys in general, you're going to recognize this thing. And to be honest, this piece is so rare that someone had to find this piece for Buckethead in order for him to agree to join Guns N' Roses. If that doesn't tip you guys off yet, then you're probably not that big of a Buckethead fan now, are you? So we have got a package here from Mr. Josh Domo. This is the third package in the last couple weeks to come from him, and this was actually just a donation because, again, he had multiples of this and said, hey, let me send this to you. And I said, fuck yeah, I don't have that yet. So we've got it here now, and Josh is actually the Buckethead friend that I was referring to earlier when I said that I was going to be sending my other oddball Guru mask off, because I have a stack of oddball Buckethead pieces that I'm going to be sending to Josh just to say thank you for all the kindness that he has displayed in the last few weeks. So this is a big deal. To get one of these is already crazy, but to get one of these for no money is even nuttier. What we have here is the infamous, rare, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface doll. Now this is an old Spencer's Gifts piece, and as I mentioned earlier, this doll is the exact reason why Buckethead agreed to join Guns N' Roses. I guess Axl Rose had reached out and Buckethead was like, no, I don't think so. But somehow Axl also knew that Buckethead was looking for one of these Leatherface dolls, which had become somewhat rare. He found one, got it to Buckethead, and Buckethead agreed to join Guns N' Roses because of this act of kindness. So this is a really cool piece to have. You can see it in the background of numerous Buckethead media throughout the years, most notably, and my favorite, the Old Dirty Bastard tribute. So yeah, this is a very rare piece. I believe that they are numbered in some fashion. Oh, there it is. Numbered series, 6,576 out of 30,000 that exist. And let me tell you, there are a lot more than 30,000 Leatherface fans. So yeah, this is amazing, and I am definitely the most stoked for this piece out of everything here, but I've got to say that this was a fantastic Buckethead haul, and I cannot wait to get this stuff on the shelf. So a huge thank you to Josh Domo for this piece, and a thank you to everybody else that sent stuff in for this episode. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate all of you. And with that being said, let's go get this stuff on the shelves. As always, I'm going to leave you guys with some nice up-close shots of all of these pieces to let you see all of the detail, and once we get them out on display in the collection, I will show them off there as well, and that will be that for this episode. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you. And until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, but yes to Buckethead. And we'll see you guys in the next one.